how a demon caused my friend to projectile vomit everywhere, all over his car, but also bless him, his church, and his whole life. So check this out. So my friend was going to cast or just pray over this house because there's a bunch of people living there, and one of them liked to go ghost hunting, and they brought back this iron bell from this place that burnt down. And when they rang it in the house, they could hear a little kid laughing like they're in the room, but there's no kids, so they're freaking out. So my friend, he goes to pray, and he also had a young adult student that was staying there too. And so he prays over the house, takes the bell, nothing weird happens. And as they're leaving to go to her aunt's house, he says, "You need to be in church." And as soon as he says the word church, that bell starts to ring in the trunk of his car. Okay, and he's telling her again, "You need to be in ch." And as soon as he says the ch, beginning to say the word church, it starts to ring again. The first time weird, second time coincidence. After the fifth time this happened, he's freaking out. So he takes the bell out, puts it in the street, runs it over a couple times with his car, and nothing happens to it. So they just take off. Well, they get to her aunt's house, drops her off. They do their business over there, and as he's driving back through town, he makes eye contact with this thing and projectile vomits. He said, "It felt like somebody put their hand inside my stomach and forced all the food out, and it was clam chowder, so super gross." What happens next? He gets to his church, he calls me up, he tells me what's going on. He's like, "I'm not crazy," because he told me, he's like, whenever somebody would talk about demon stories, I just thought they're nuts. They're not. And so I show up, we clean up the puke, we praise God, and he just fully repents of anything because he's like, "Man, I never expect God to move. I know he can, but I don't expect him to. But this is what the devil can do with a no-name demon on a Tuesday night. God should be able to do 100 times more on a Wednesday or a Sunday when we're gathered in his name." And so immediately he has a revival in his life. His youth group explodes. Church is doing way better. And truly, God moved in a powerful way.